I'm going to geek out a little bit.
You are?
He knows I'm a big fan.
Really?
I'm a huge fan of the Roots. I'm a huge fan of you.
Oh, my gosh. Thank you
I'm a huge
very much.
fan.
I'm a huge fan right back.
But it's been a long time. I've always wanted to come on here, and this is my first time, and I'm really happy to be here.
Welcome. But I know you're a big...
Huge SNL.
You're a giant Saturday Night Live fan.
Giant Saturday Night Live fan.
Really?
Yeah, and I almost, gave up acting just so I could come here and struggle and try to get on SNL.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then I got Game of Thrones, so it kind of went out the door.
But that Game of Thrones, come on, now you can go host SNL. Yeah, exactly.
Hopefully, someday, maybe.
I heard that, is this true that after you did Game of Thrones, I know, he just looks awesome, whatever he does. Yeah, it's like...
I brought this for war. I'm dressed for war.
You're dressed for war. It's going to go down later, man. Yeah. I'm having a hard time because it's like looking in a mirror. And it's just, I'm just sorry, just so we can understand. I heard that after Game of Thrones, you had a hard time auditioning.
Yeah, not a lot of people thought I spoke English. It was very challenging.
What?
It's like, what do you do with Drogo? I mean, you're not going to put him in a comedy. You're not going to put him in a romantic, you know what I mean? You're pigeonholed.
Yeah.
A little bit,
To do that, yeah, so no comedies for you.
No, and actually the first person that really made me, I guess I was bummed out a little bit, was Fred, your buddy.
Fred Armisen?
Fred Armisen. I met him, and my stepdaughter Zoe did Portlandia.
Oh, yeah.
And he was so excited to meet me. I was like, oh my God, he was amazing. And then he was like, I didn't even know you spoke English. And I was just... It was heartbreaking.
Fred said
I was like, that's why I'm not getting any jobs.
But then you got Aquaman, and that's crushing. I mean, you crushed as Aquaman. I mean, I want to see you in a romantic comedy.
Yeah, that whole audition process was pretty crazy. I mean, Zach was a huge fan of Game of Thrones. A lot of people are huge fans of Game of Thrones. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And Zach was the one that, I couldn't get a job, and Zach called me in, and he was a huge fan. He wanted to take Aquaman, it was funny because I had no idea what I was going to be playing. He just called me in. I had auditioned. It was for Batman. But he was like, obviously Ben was cast, and I'm like, when am I coming in?
It's like, there's going to be two Batman?
Yeah, I'm like, I'm just going to basically be the bad guy. I'm going to fight Batman and Superman.
You don't know what villain you're going to be.
I'm going to play the villain. And he's like, wait, no, it's Aquaman. And I was like...
I can't swim.
I'm like,
I did it.
I'm like,
I don't know how to
blonde,
swim.
white, blonde, shaven, white. Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the way to do it,
but now it's like, yeah, thank you, Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly. Now you're crushing it.
Now I'm Aquaman.
Well, I mean, I feel like...
And now I'm going to play Water Wars with Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, I know. I'm a little scared. Yeah, I know. Don't make that face. I'm excited to do it. I think it's going to be fun. I think, you know what it is? I follow you on Instagram, and I see you post things, and they're funny. They make me laugh. Because the one I'm talking about is the rock climbing one.
Yeah.
Because you're afraid of heights, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm afraid of heights, but I love doing it.
Me too. I'm afraid of heights as well. So I would do this type of rock climbing. I want to show a clip of Jason rock climbing. Check this out. Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah, boy.
That's amazing. Then you realize he's 4 feet off the ground. That was the best, dude. It was the greatest. It was the best thing. I loved it, dude. I laughed. I go, that's how you do it right there, man. That's how you do it right there. Do you have to do stunts in Frontier? Do you do all your own stunts, or no? You got
No, not anymore. I'm old. I'm getting old, Jimmy.
Oh, please.
I'm getting old.
No, you're not.
You know what? I've done a great deal of all of my stunts, and unless it's a train wreck, I'd like to do them. But after Aquaman, I'm like... Yeah. And I met some really great stunt guys, and right now
That's what they do.
It's just hard meeting a big guy that can move very well, and so I've found some really great guys, Jimmy, and they're taking care of me.
That's good.
And my mom and my wife love them because I'm going to live a longer life because of them.
See, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Congrats on Frontier. Season 2 is on right now. Can you explain to people what it is if they haven't seen it?
Yeah, it's around the 18th, 19th century. It's all about the fur trade, what's happening up in Canada, the HBC. So it's a Hudson Bay Trading Company versus my group's, they're called the Black Wolf Company, and it's kind of made up of the French and the Métis and the Cree and basically everyone that's not British, right? Yeah. Against them. And my character is half Irish and half Cree, and his family was taken away from him and murdered by the man who kind of raised him, who was with HBC, and now it's me avenging my family. There's many other stories to that, but it's all based around the fur trade in the 18th century.
It's a great show.
on and on and on. I said, and it's on and on and on.